Hey guys, this is Eric with Painting Business Pro, and this video is a follow-up video to the video I just made, which is called The Problem with Entrepreneurship, and it also happens to be the thing I love most about entrepreneurship, which is that people don't realize the possibility of entrepreneurship. The possibility of entrepreneurship is the possibility of having it all in life. You know, with entrepreneurship, you have the opportunity to control your time, and you have the opportunity to control your income. And when you have your hands on levers and dials of your time and your income, you can really get anything you want in life. Everything in life requires time or it requires money. And so you need to have control of your time, you need to have control of your finances in order to have it all. But that's not the whole story. So what I'm passionate about more than almost anything else is empowering entrepreneurs to have it all in life, which includes having a great, thriving, growing business and everything else that's important to you. So for me, what's important to me is spending time with friends and family, creating an extraordinary relationship with my fiance, my future wife, creating an amazing relationship with my friends, spending time with friends, golfing, traveling, personal training and development. These are things that are important to me, my finances and my future, my future family, right? Like these are all things that are important to me in life. So how do we have it all in life? And so in the description below, you can go check out a program that I offer called Fundamentals of Entrepreneurship, which is an 8-week class where I teach people the principles behind how to have it all and how do you balance everything in life and literally how do you have it all. Because it's not an easy thing, but you can have it all and there's a process and a system for that. So what I want to do today is I want to give you a few principles that you can start with that will help you start taking steps in the right direction towards having it all in life. Okay, and this is what we start with in our 8-week course. Obviously, we go into a lot more detail there than we will here, but this is something that can get you started. And there's a couple videos on the Painting Business Pro YouTube channel that can kind of help with this as well. So check out the 4 Rules of Time Management video, check out the goal setting for your whole life video, and check out the time management tips and tricks or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but check it out. And in this video, we're going to talk about 4 things. Okay, so if you want to have it all in life and you want to have a balance in your life, you've got to first know what you want in life. And so there's, for goal setting for your whole life, there's 3 steps to this. Okay, so the first step is to write down all the areas of life that are important to you. So here's some to get you started. Business, finance, health, spirituality or religion, friends and family, significant other, personal training and development, recreation, leisure or social life, travel, bucket list or just life experiences, volunteering. All right, so those are all that's like 10 or 11 areas of life that maybe only 5 of those are important to you. Maybe all of them are important to you. So start by writing down the different areas of life that are important to you. So that's number 1. The second thing you got to do is once you know which areas of life are important to you, now you need to write down what is important to you in that area of life. So for me with my family, it's just important that I stay in close contact with my family and I really nurture having extraordinary relationship with my family. I don't want to go weeks and weeks without talking or spending time with my family. And so the next thing you want to do, and for my health, like what's important to me about health is I want to have a high level of energy. I want to be healthy. I want to live a long, healthy life. I want to look good. I want to feel good. That's what I want. And so what I really am looking for is a sustainable, diet and exercise in the area of my health. That's what's important to me. So what's important to you in each of these areas? What's the outcome you want? What is the goal you have? What do you want? All right, so the second thing is, what do you want? All right, so what's the outcome? What's the goal? How do you measure it? Right, like that. The third thing, where the real juice is here, is the actions. So once you have your areas of life written out and what's important to you, then you got to write down what actions do I have to take to fulfill on that goal. All right, so for my health, what I need to do is I need to follow a reasonably healthy diet, and I need to work out 4 times a week and have a personal trainer who happens to be my brother who makes all my workouts for me. All right, so what are the actions you need to take? And there's two kinds of actions. All right, there's one-time actions. All right, so in the world of finance, I need to make my budget. I make my budget once a year. That's a one-time action. And then you have recurring actions, like go to the gym 4 times a week. So there's one-time actions you need to take to fulfilling your goals, and there's recurring actions you need to take to fulfilling your goals. So that's the first thing. That's a good starting point for having it all in life, is write down what having it all would actually look like for you. Another step is following the 4 rules of time management, which I'm not going to go into in a lot of detail in this video because I have another video all about that. But one of the 4 rules is to first set goals. And then another rule is plan your week by Sunday every week. And so when you're planning your week out, you would include all of your goals and you include all the actions, especially recurring actions, that fulfill on your goals. So if I write out all my areas of life, and here's the actions I need to take to get that result, and then I put those actions into my calendar, and then I follow my calendar, then I follow the calendar, I take the actions to get the result, and I get the result, and I get everything I want. So that's pretty sweet. All right, so this is really laying the foundation for getting everything you want in life. You need to be a master of your time. You need to be a master of your schedule. All right, so we need to create goals. We need to plan our week by Sunday, and we need to write everything down. So you know that whole always having business on your mind at the end of the day, and even when you're not at work, you can't stop thinking about work? I can tell you how to stop thinking about work. Write everything down. So all that stuff that's running through your head that you have to do, write it down in your calendar at a time that you can do it and will do it, so you don't have to think about it because you know you're doing it tomorrow at 9 o'clock. All right, so you write everything down, and then the other thing is we complete the day each day. All right, so that you can watch the 4 rules of time management video, the 4 rules of time management video for more details on how that works. Then the next thing we have to do, so now we've got our goals, all this stuff we want in life, and there's a lot of it. And then we've got our time management principles, which is how we make sure it actually happens. But then we need to start to have a breakthrough in productivity and efficiency because there's not enough hours in the day to have everything you want. There's only so many hours in the day, and there's everything you want. And so something's got to give. And so then we have to start to get creative with ourselves and start to say, how do I accomplish this result when I've only got this amount of time? And so there's a lot of really great productivity strategies that we talk about in the 8-week Fundamentals of Entrepreneurship course. A couple things right now, though, is you want to look at an 80-20 analysis. So if you haven't heard about 80-20, just Google 80-20 or Pareto's Law. That's Pareto Law, Pareto's Law. And what it says is that 80% of your results come from 20% of sources. And 80% of stress comes from 20% of sources. So there's a very good chance that a lot of the things you're doing in your business, you don't have to be doing. So from a productivity standpoint, you want to see how can I eliminate or automate or delegate as many of these tasks on my plate. So you write down, you make a big list of all the things that you're doing in a week. And then you say, okay, well, how could I eliminate these things from my schedule? How can I take these 4 things, and not do them anymore? And there's 3 things you can do to eliminate stuff from your schedule. You can eliminate it, like just say, we're just not going to do this anymore. Like, I'm just not going to visit the job site twice a day anymore. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to visit the job site once a day. Or I'm not going to visit the job site at all anymore. I'm just going to call my foreman, and if there's problems, I'll go visit. So you can just eliminate things from your calendar. Second thing you can do is you can automate things. So there might be things that you're doing that can be automated. So I don't have a good example right off the top of my head, but like maybe you're doing your accounting and maybe you can switch to online QuickBooks, which automatically imports all your expenses and you could just assign them really quick. That would make it simpler. One time I created a payroll document that made running payroll way faster and easier. So I spent 2 hours making this form, but it saves me an hour every week running payroll. So you can automate things. The third thing you can do is you can delegate. So if you can't eliminate it and you can't automate it, you can delegate it. So you say, hey, foreman, who runs all my paint job sites, I don't have time to go to the paint store anymore. I'm going to give you an extra 50 cents an hour, but I need you to start running to the paint store every morning and collecting the supplies for the day. Would you like to do that? And they say, hell yeah, for the next 50 cents an hour, hell yeah. And they'll do it for you. So you need to start to work on productivity. You need to start eliminating things from your calendar and focusing on doing the things that get you the biggest bang for your buck. That's the short and skinny version of it, but this is a never-ending process, and you can always find more productivity. We talk about that more later. And then the last thing here that we spend a lot of time talking about is getting out of your own way. All right, so most people you get in your own way. You create problems for yourself that aren't even there. All right, so we spend a lot of time talking about that. That's a pretty deep topic that maybe we'll go into more in other videos, but we need to start to get you out of your own way. There's a lot of actions that people take that literally create more work for themselves, or they create problems in their life that wouldn't be there if they just didn't create the problem. And a lot of times it's actually out of laziness. It's out of like just trying to be lazy that actually ends up creating more work for you. But without getting into a lot more about that now, we'll just kind of leave that one alone for now. But you might start to look and see, like, where am I getting in my own way? Where are you, for example, you might be the one saying, I have to visit the job site twice a day. I don't visit my job sites twice a day. My production managers don't visit job sites twice a day. Maybe you don't actually have to visit job sites twice a day, but you are telling yourself that you have to do that. So what are some of the things that you're saying to yourself that's keeping you trapped? All right? What are some of the assumptions you've made about running your business or about your life that's keeping you stuck? And being willing to challenge some of your commonly held assumptions, there's some really valuable insights in there. And so that's kind of points to a little bit about what we're talking about here. So anyways, I wanted to make this video to start to give you guys some direction in starting to be able to have it all in life, because being an entrepreneur isn't easy, and there's an amazing opportunity in being an entrepreneur, and I'm absolutely committed to empowering people to realize that possibility, to have it all in life, to have that time with friends and family, to be able to travel, to have those life experiences, and to run a great business with happy customers and happy employees that makes you a great income, provides you an awesome lifestyle, because that's really what it's all about. And it's available to you just like it's available to me. I just happen to have some really lucky experiences where I had some amazing coaches and mentors who have helped me get to where I am, and I want to pay that forward, and I want to help you get there too. So comment below, what are you dealing with? What are you going to do out of this video? What actions are you going to start to take right now to better your life and better your business and start to have it all in your life? I'd love to hear from you below. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and go check out that time management video and the other goal setting videos I have, and I really hope they help you out. So I look forward to hearing from you. Drop me a comment below.